We're now listening to Wealthy Sistas Radio Show. We're now listening to Wealthy Sistas with Deborah Hartnett.
Welcome back. You are now listening to part 2 of episode, The Instinct Impact, The Sacred Art of Leading from Within, with Dr. Angela McIntyre. Enjoy.
That wisdom, that intelligence before the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
When you're able to reach that instinct, you feel an overall resonance in your body. It's peaceful, it's quiet, it's subtle.
Mm-hmm.
But you know when it's talking to you because those are the things that you feel.
Mm-hmm.
So I say instinct is divine intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
It is that wisdom that comes from a place that you don't necessarily know where it comes from, but you can feel it because it feels peaceful.
Mm-hmm. And let's say we don't have to know, huh? We know, I know,
Mm-hmm.
we believe in God. We
Mm-hmm.
know, we say it's from God.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I'm saying we don't have to know how it works. We don't have to lift up a curtain and try to see no, we don't have to know all those things. We just know that you feel it and you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, it's like you have a mind.
Mm-hmm.
You can see you can see your brain,
mm-hmm.
okay, but you can't see your mind,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You can see you can feel your heartbeat, but you don't know really how does it beat? Where does it all begin, right?
Right.
But there's something there, and you know that it's there. It is something there that's causing that.
Right.
So it's the same thing. And it's, you know, when I think about it, I think about faith, because a lot of people doubt because they can't see something.
Mm-hmm.
But when you doubt, think about the fact that you wake up in the morning, you're breathing. You can't necessarily see how that starts, how that begins, but you know that it's there. It's something, something that's causing it, right?
That's right.
So it's the same thing.
That's it. I love how you just made that so simple there. And that's important to have something simple, because when a person is in that struggle and
Mm-hmm.
in that period of becoming, like, for example, in your book, you talk about when you were in veterinary school, and
Mm-hmm.
it almost broke you. It almost broke you down to the white meat.
I'm telling you.
It's the late Bernie Mac would say.
Mm-hmm.
Let's, because we talked some about some of the animals. Matter of fact, let's introduce those animals, and then I want you to talk about what did the actual wolf, I'll say one of those animals, what did it teach you about endurance?
A wolf is a lone animal.
Mm-hmm.
And I do a lot of things alone,
Mm-hmm.
but the wolf also knows when to gather the pack, get in the pack and to get some things done. A lot of times they hunt in packs.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was in vet school, I wasn't that person that, I was very shy, still can be at times. Sometimes I can be very extroverted. And to know when those times are, I don't know, just when the mood hits me. But anyway, a lot of times you're in situations, and that was one of those situations where you had to depend on people to get through. And so I call my friends or my classmates my pack, because there were many times I had to depend on my pack to study, to get another perspective, to lean on. There were times when I felt nervous or afraid that I was not going to make it or something. But, so that's why I use the wolf, because ultimately the wolf is a lone, LONE animal, but the wolf also knows when to get in the pack to get something done. And that's what I did.
Done.
Mm-hmm.
And so the wolf makes the W in your dwell or dwell, however anyone wants to pronounce it. So what is the D for?
So the D stands for dolphin. Okay. And the dolphin is a very now I learned this from actually swimming with dolphins. It was because it was a very spiritual experience. Again, God created that dolphin, and it's something about that dolphin that it just resonated with me. But the dolphin is very playful. So I learned in life that everything can't be so serious all the time. And so you have to learn to add some laughter and play into life to balance it out. And that's why I use the dolphin.
The dolphin. Okay. So we've talked about the W, which is the wolf. Okay. So now it's E. What animal is that?
So there's two E's. One is the eagle and one is the elephant. And I'll talk about both. The eagle is very unique in that eagle is one bird that flies the highest than any other bird in the world. The eagle has a very keen sight. It can see distances like no other. I've always been that person that had a lot of foresight. And I think using that. I think ahead. I'm always thinking ahead. I'm always rising above, especially when I was in those positions of leadership. There were many times there was a lot of things I had to deal with. I consider a little pettiness. You always have to learn to rise above, and you always, as a leader, have to see the end result. That makes a good leader. When a leader has foresight to see things that are to come, to be able to do things presently in order to either lessen the impact or heighten the impact, depending on what's going on. And so that's why I use the eagle. Now, the elephant was used because the elephant is known for its memory, being able to remember things from years ahead. And so as a leader, it is important that you have to remember a lot of things about the people that you are leading. It makes a difference in your connection with the people when you can say happy birthday, happy anniversary, or I remember when your baby was born. How was that? So
know the name of the child, or their fur baby.
It's very important that you connect with the people that you're leading with. Because one thing I did learn, when they know that you have their back, they will have yours.
Isn't that a simple concept? I mean, it used to be a well-known, it's kind of like a mystery now, as far as the leadership, or as far as even customer service. If you provide excellent service, you'll have customers, It's just one of those simple things that.
Well, what I realize is that common sense is not common. It's simple to you. I see that. But again, some of these things that I'm telling you, nobody really taught these things to me. These are things, I don't know if it was because of the roles that I played from high school to college but yes, they do seem simple. But I see so many people in leadership positions that do not recognize that.
Wow.
Why? I don't know.
Wow.
I think that I was a born leader.
Right.
And I feel like leaders are born and not necessarily made.
That old question. So can you cultivate? Because it basically, you're saying that if it's not in them, it's just not in them.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot
learn some of the skill sets, but it has to be something. You got to have some type of nurturing component to actually care, I believe. But that's my thought.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Someone gave me a plaque one time that says that and she was describing me. She said that a leader is someone who knows how to take care of people and know how to take care of business. It was something like that. I know I'm not quoting it like it was written, but that said a lot to me. You have to know how to take care of your people. You have to care enough to be able to take care of your people. See, a lot of people get in these leadership positions for the title. Well, right. I'm such and such, and they're constantly, giving orders, but they're not connecting with the people and folks. I mean, it's not making a good team. You know,
Yeah, and
I
it's
would never ask my people to do something that I wouldn't do.
that you would not do. You would get on
Absolutely.
the front line, and I think that kind of speaks to the climate, that we're in. There is a decay
Mm-hmm.
in the whole leadership. Period.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
it's not it's just not revered. It's just not something that's important, and it just seems like the atmosphere. I say the enemy. The atmosphere is such that does not appreciate
Mm-hmm.
that there. So we talked about the dolphin, the wolf, and your eagle, man, flying high, and the elephant, remembering the importance of remembering
Mm-hmm.
the L.
So
What is
the
that?
L stands for the lion, and the
Mm,
lion is always admired for his courage.
right.
The lion is known as being the king of the jungle because he's fearless and he does without having to think twice. That resonates with me because when you are in a leadership position, you have people following you. You have to be able to make decisions on impulse and
Mhm.
be courageous about it and take responsibilities for your actions.
Mhm.
So you have to lead with confidence. You know, when a lion is doing what it's doing, it doesn't have to ask the lioness or anybody else, what am I doing? How, you have to be able to have the courage to make decisions on the spot and be responsible for whatever the outcome of that decision is. Even if that means you made a mistake,
Wow.
be able to say, you know what, I made a mistake
That's the courage, right?
and go
Being
with
able
it.
to say that.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Wow. When this time is going by fast, and I will definitely have to have you back if you'll come back
I will.
to our show. But just kind of wrapping up here the last few minutes, if someone is feeling overwhelmed right now, what is the first step they need to take in getting to the instinct impact and the pure essence, really, of just protecting their mind?
The biggest thing is to uh, be still.
Mhm.
Be still, find a quiet place,
Mm.
breathe, and pay attention to the breath.
Mhm.
Um, a lot of meditation teachers say, pay attention to the breath. And I often wondered why they felt you needed to pay attention to the breath. If you pay attention to the breath and really think about it, you don't really know why you're breathing or how it starts. You
Mm.
can't really see it. And again, that's where that instinct is. That's where that higher intelligence is. If you can become still
Mhm.
and block out the noise and breathe and pay attention to it and just let it all go, you'll begin to hear something talking to you.
Mhm.
It's not what my voice is. It's like a whisper or a nudge. It's just something will come to you. And it's hard to describe, but it is some ideas will come to you and will show you where to go and what to do next.
Yes, yes.
I've had many experiences like that. And to not get really, really personal, but I
Mhm.
remember one in particular. I was dating a guy and I had this feeling that something wasn't right.
Mhm.
Um, that nudge told me something to do.
Mhm.
And as soon as I did it, everything I needed to know was right there in my
Right
face,
there in your face.
right there in my face.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh my God.
Mhm.
And so I'm telling you, you just have to get still and you
Mhm.
just have to start focusing in, pray if that's what you do, meditate and just be still long enough to just hear something come to you that will tell you what you need to do.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Which instinct is rising in you in this season of your life?
I think the lion, because what I am doing, I gotta have the courage.
I knew you would say that.
If I'm asked to come speak, I
Right.
don't know the audience. I don't know the platform, but if I'm asked to come speak about this, I have to have the courage to do so.
Right.
And so everything that I'm doing now from this point on, if you watch my life, if you're following me on social media, just know that it's something that is telling me to do it, and I'm doing it when I do it, because this is a time in my life where I'm really listening to the next step. When I started this business, now I knew when I started in 1997 out of veterinary college and started my job and started going to training. I used to see people training, doing corporate training. And for some reason, when I was in those environments, and we would have discussions, that was a time where you saw me being extroverted. I used to be very active. I used to participate a lot in those settings and talk a lot, and it was so easy. And I realize now, it was easy because, one, I was born to do that. And I knew then that I wanted to do that one day. I wanted to fulfill my veterinary career and what I was doing, but I knew one day I wanted to be that person that was standing in front of folks and talking to them about different things.
And helping them.
Yes.
Helping them. Serving
them. And so everything that I'm doing now, it's taking courage to listen, to hear, and to believe that that's what I'm supposed to do. So as my life unfolds from this point on, just know it's something that told me to do it, and I'm doing it.
All right. Complete this sentence. My life is sacred impact because
I am taking the directions from that divine intelligence and moving on it.
I love it. I love it. Where can they get your book? Because I know people are like, oh my gosh, I gotta get this book. It's an easy read. It's not a lot of pages. You can put it in your purse. You can put it in your pocket. And you're gonna want to get a copy or two for a gift for your loved ones as well.
Yeah, I appreciate
it. Maybe even I would recommend a sales team or leadership team. I would recommend a manager or director buying them for their office mates or their teams, because the foundation is really an easy read and can actually have impact.
So the book is available on Amazon. If you have an Amazon account, you know how to go there and put the title in, The Instinct Impact, and it'll come up. Or on my social media, I do have a link, which is my website, www.theinstinctimpact.com. You can actually go there, and there is a button that says buy the book. And when you click that, it'll lead you to the Amazon page. Or there's also an email list. If you would like a signed copy, you can go there, and I would be happy to sign a copy and mail it to you.
Awesome. Awesome. So they can go to the instinctimpact.com to get your book, to get an autographed copy, or to lead them to other resources of where the book is available for them as well. Man, Dr. Angela McIntyre, it has been my pleasure to host you here on Wealthy Sistas Radio today. We are wishing you the absolute best, continued blessings to you and yours. And we look forward to seeing the next part of your life through the Instinct Impact as you continue to lead the sacred art of leading from within.
Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. Thank you for listening to Wealthy Sistas Radio. This show is produced by Wealthy Sistas Media Group, where we believe meaningful work is built with intention through clarity, alignment, and thoughtful design. If today's conversation resonated and you'd like to learn more about how we work, details are available on our website. Until next time, thank you for listening.
The opinions of our guests do not necessarily reflect the opinions of our host, staff, or partners of Wealthy Sistas Radio.